Our gray water tank is full, and I went to dump it, and our external Valterra valve is frozen. Hey, guess what's coming tonight?
Snow.
Yeah, 2 to 4 inches.
Yeah.
We're seriously thinking about leaving tonight.
Okay.
My biggest concern is going down our driveway. Once we're on terra firma cement, I'm not worried at all. Good Sunday morning.
On the road, Sunday morning, we're here at the church parking lot at our church.
Yes, we are. We made it.
They were very gracious enough to let us stay on the parking lot. Well, it is about 5:45 in the morning, and it is cold in here. Last night we were watching a movie, and all of a sudden the TV shut off. Everything shut off. We had no power. Well, just ran into another problem. The generators are pretty much useless at this point. Well, good Saturday morning. We are T-minus 24 hours. 1 day away. It is supposed to snow 2 to 4 inches tonight. Not good. I'm worried about getting down out of our RV pad down our driveway tomorrow morning. So we're gonna have to figure something out. We may end up leaving tonight before the snow, go park at our church parking lot, and then leave in the morning from there. That's our plan right now. We'll see what happens from that. I got more issues. Our gray water tank is full, and I went to dump it, and our external Valterra valve is frozen. I can't open it. So I got my heat gun here. I'm gonna go see if I can heat it up and get that valve open so I can drain the gray water. Well, if I thought about this before I pulled the gray tank water, I could have taken this Valterra valve off. That was stupid. Why didn't I just do that? Now I have to do this because there's backed up gray water behind it. Alright, since it was only gray water, the heck with all that. Trying to unfreeze this. You can see it's pretty frozen down in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. But since it was just gray water, I went ahead and shut the gray water valve, pulled this thing off, and quickly stuck the hose back on. Spilled a little bit of gray water, but hey, at least it wasn't black water. So I got it on, and we're draining now. My biggest concern is just getting down our driveway. It's pretty steep, and I've got 16,000 pounds pushing me down a slippery driveway, and on the bottom of the driveway is a huge hill that goes down on our neighbor's property. If I can't make that turn out of the driveway, we're big time screwed. So I think the decision has been made. We're leaving tonight before the snow, but I mean, we still got to deal with this. It's still snowing, it's still icy. Our driveway is completely icy right now. And so, as you heard, we're going to try and get it sanded up as best we can, just so we can get out of here. We got a lot to do today. Today's a big day. Packing up, getting everything travel ready, and getting out of here. Hey, I guess you just got to deal with what you're given, right? We know that God's in control, and this is all. There's nothing we can do about it, so we'll deal with it and make the best of it. Hey, guess what's coming tonight?
Snow.
Yeah, 2 to 4 inches.
Yeah.
We're seriously thinking about leaving tonight. Okay. And just going to the church parking lot.
Oh, there you go.
And stay there.
Yeah.
Because I'm worried about getting out of here. This is my worry right now.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. So the goal is I'm gonna go plow the church once we give the rabbits some hay. Then I'm gonna clean this all up. We're gonna put as much sand as we can from here down.
Yeah.
And then the dump's open. We can go get more sand anytime.
All right, we are leaving a day early. Well, just a night early due to a snowstorm coming in, so we can get out of our driveway. How are we doing?
We're doing great. We got all the laundry done. I just need to put the kids' stuff away, finishing with us. But we were able to get everything fixed. You know, I was worried about, the biggest thing I was worried about was our coffee maker. Where was that going to go? If that was going to be okay. And it fit perfectly underneath our cabinet. All I just did was put pots and pans in the oven, like changing lanes and a ton of other people that we have seen do. Kind of followed their suit. I'm so glad we got this extra bench. This held so much good stuff that we can, you know, so now we have 2 benches at the dining room area. Now we have the bench in the bedroom that holds books and the printer, everything that needed to be out of the way that didn't for travel day. This will be the fun part. We'll come and do a survey, see how this handles the whole thing, and a couple other things that I did for Carrie's, like the vacuum and the kids' closet. That's gonna be the big one, the kids' closet. I hung everything up. Now, every time we've traveled, it falls off. I have it packed so tight. I'm hoping it stays. Fingers crossed. My biggest concern is going down our driveway. Once we're on terra firma cement, I'm not worried at all.
Yeah, so the driveway is the issue. That's why we're actually leaving tonight instead of tomorrow, because we're supposed to get 2 to 4 inches of snow overnight. And so the driveway is the issue. So we heavily sanded that with the help of Sam and Jen and the kids. We heavily sanded the driveway from the trailer down to the road. So we should have no problem getting out tonight. Once we're down off the driveway, it's not a big deal. Roads are fine. And so tonight we're gonna stay in our church parking lot. And then we'll attend church in the morning and then leave from there. So that way we're on flat ground and we don't have to worry about getting out. Even though we're going to have some snow in the morning, it shouldn't be a problem getting out. Not like it would be going down our driveways. We are ready to hitch up. We're going to have a last dinner with our friends here. I got some ribs on the smoker. We got a whole bunch of ribs that we're going to, from the pig that we butchered, that we're going to barbecue up. And so they're in the smoker right now. They've been going all day. So they're about ready. We'll have our last meal with them and say our goodbyes, and then we're gonna head out of here. And I'd like to get out of here by, I don't know, 6 o'clock at the latest.
I got these things, these plastic bins. If you ever have to have a baby in here where you take the couch out, put the crib, these plastic bins are a lifesaver. I love them because it fits in the crook of this crib, so when things are moving and shaking, we'll be good to go. But I made sure of that. All right, kids bunk done. So on leaving day, travel day, however you want to call it, this becomes the portal of where everything, that this is going to go to the truck. Anything that needs or wants to go in the truck, you're going to put it here. We learned that from our favorite Kyle and Nene, the Hanks, Happily Ever Hanks. They do this and we're copying them. So water, coffee, iPad, blankie for Reagan, crucial in life, cameras. I got juice boxes for travel days. That will be our big mainstay. Now training the kids to do this, that's going to be the fun part. But Glenn and I are pretty good about throwing everything on the shelf. Good Sunday morning.
On the road, Sunday morning, we're here at the church parking lot at our church.
Yes, we are. We made it.
They were very gracious enough to let us stay on the parking lot
and hook up to their electricity. That was super cool and so helpful.
Yeah, the church has a 50 amp RV plug, and so we were able to plug right in, and so that was nice. And so, in fact, I even went in. The church has a shower, so I went in and took a shower inside. One of our guys came out and gave us a key to the church so we could get in and use the facilities if we needed to. So, but we had a great night. We stayed nice and toasty warm here. However, we got another several inches of snow. Yeah, I haven't gone out and measured it yet, but there's probably 3 or 4, maybe even 5 inches out there.
But it will be much easier getting out of a flat parking lot versus our inclined driveway.
Yeah, so snow. I was really worried about getting out of our driveway, but we sanded the heck out of it yesterday, and then last night we eased it out, and no problem at all. It didn't slip whatsoever, so I just went nice and slow, eased it out, and we got down safely and got here to the church. So we're here Sunday morning. We're making some coffee, get the kids up and dressed, and then we'll have church services this morning before we hit the road and head down to Hartford, Connecticut is our first stop tonight. We're just gonna boondock it in a Cabela's parking lot tonight.
Oh, and you get to go see Santa Claus with us, because I signed up the kiddos to see Santa Claus at Cabela's, because every December they have a free visit with Santa. You get a little 4x6 photo, and they usually have a little crafty thing for them to do. And of course, you know, it brings you and the parents into Cabela's, so of course there's always something for the parents to do.
I'm sure I could find something at Cabela's.
Oh, I know you can find something at Cabela's. But I love the deal. It's really cool. They always have a very nice, realistic, jolly Santa Claus, and they take really good pictures. Fingers crossed, Ben actually will enjoy himself. Reagan always does a good shot. And then we'll head out off the road to Pennsylvania.
Yep, so we're Timothy Lakes South is 1,000 Trails that we're going to stay at for 5 nights. We don't know what the water situation is going to be like there. We don't know. It's wintertime, obviously, and we don't know if they turn the water off at the campsites or not. We have no idea. We'll find out when we get there.
Yeah, we'll be checking to the showers if they have to. We have to check to those. That's fine.
Yeah,
we'll deal.
Hopefully, they would at least have an area where we can fill our holding tanks if that's the case. But we'll get our tanks refreshed, our black and gray water tanks emptied out, and all that, because we will have sewer hookups there, so that'll be good. But
hallelujah.
So that'll be tomorrow.
There we go.
So we're gonna, right now we got coffee brewing, of course. Got to have our coffee in the morning.
Oh, always.
And I got some snow to scrape off the truck and the trailer, so before we travel today.
Here we go. Officially heading on to the next adventure. Off to the wild adventures of Connecticut. I'm actually very happy to be gone from the snow. Never was a really big snow person. It's beautiful. I just don't like walking in it and slipping on it and falling into my tush. You know, but, you know, I like the whole picture postcard thing. I love the little manger scene they set up. It's a beautiful church with lots of great friends and family. And we'll be back in April. Check it out. Here we go. On to the adventure. Traveling to East Hartford, Connecticut to boondock at Cabela's, and then tomorrow we will hit the road again after seeing Santa at Cabela's, which will be super fun. As you can see, our children are not the most happy people because we don't have the Blippi. Maybe sister can help with Blippi. We're having a little bit of issue with our trailer brakes. It keeps saying it's trailer disconnected. Not sure if it's the truck or the trailer, so that's a little disconcerting. So we're keeping our eye on that and just saying our prayers.
We were having this problem before, if you remember right. This popped up during our trip down to Tennessee before.
In 3/4 of a mile.
I'm not sure what it is. It kind of goes away for a while and then it comes back. It says trailer brake disconnected, and we have no trailer brakes when that happens. Then it comes back. So there's a loose wire somewhere, but I don't know if it's on the trailer side or the truck side. I'm not sure how you figure that out. So if anybody has any tips on how I can troubleshoot that, because I don't know. Is it the trailer? Is it the truck? For now, the trailer brakes are working. Obviously, it's very, very dangerous to be driving without trailer brakes, and it only seems to happen, like I said, intermittently, and then it eventually comes back on. So we're not without trailer brakes for very long usually, but that's obviously a problem we got to get figured out, and but I don't know who to take it to. Do I take the truck in, or do I take the trailer in? So that's kind of hard to figure that out right now, but for now everything seems to be working. So we're on the road, officially on the road, and we're officially gonna be
Hill Road,
leaving New Hampshire today, and we'll be back in April. So it's Hartford, Connecticut tonight, and then on to Pennsylvania before we eventually get down to Tennessee for Christmas and New Year's. So the truck and the trailer, I mean, the thing is, both of them are brand new.
Yeah,
I mean, these are 2024s. The trailer is a 2024 and the truck is a 2024. They're brand new. So I'm not sure where the problem lies. I've gone under the trailer and looked at all 4 of the brakes, the wiring going into the brakes, and I don't see anything wrong. And I've cleaned the
plug
both
part.
the cord and the plug connecting to the truck, so that's not the problem. I've used the spray electrical contact cleaner, and it's not the plug in the truck, because I've also tried plugging it into the bumper, because we have the fifth wheel plug in the truck
Bed.
and in the bed of the truck, and which is what we always use. But I tested it out and plugged into the bumper of the truck, and it's still the problem. So I'm not sure what it is. Hopefully we can figure it out and get it fixed.
Thank you to New Hampshire. Thank you to our friends and family who treated us so great in our final weeks before we left, and we can't wait to see you in April. But goodbye to you, snow. We are now in Vermont. We're only doing 3 states today. New Hampshire, Vermont, and Connecticut. No?
We gotta go through Massachusetts.
Oh, that's right. We gotta go through Massachusetts. Ah! Forgot about good old Massachusetts. But now we're officially in Vermont.
It is about 5:45 in the morning, and it is cold in here. Last night we were watching a movie, and all of a sudden the TV shut off. Everything shut off. We had no power, except for, we had a few lights, but that was about it. I came over and checked the battery. Battery was dead. It was very, very low. I think the problem is we were running the heater, the space heater, for about 4 hours, and that just really drained the battery. And so we went ahead and went to bed at that point. Kids were already in bed. And now it's completely dead. So we had no heater all night long. And luckily here in Connecticut, it's not quite as cold as it was in New Hampshire, but it's still really cold. So I'm gonna go, we got the generators, I'm gonna go fire them up and see if I can get these batteries charged back up, or at least get it going so we can get some heat on in here. So, and sounds like Ben just woke up, which I don't blame him because it's cold. And there they go. I'm gonna go take them into bed. Go warm up in bed. I'm gonna get this generator going and see if we can get some juice going there, so get some power, get some heat. Whew, it's cold. RV life. Okay, now it is light out here, so that's good. As you can see, we got a nice, beautiful sunrise coming up behind me. Now we do have 2 generators, 2 portable generators. And I have the parallel kit. I've never used it before, so I'm gonna go ahead and fire up both generators so we can get 50 amps going. I don't know if that will help charge the batteries faster or not, having 2 generators versus 1 generator, 50 amps versus 30 amps. But I'm gonna try it, see what happens. Now we do have a truck parked back here behind us. Shoot, I was kind of hoping that there would be nobody else here. I hate to bother people running a generator. And we got one other truck here. But we have no choice. We got to get this thing going. So sorry, Mr. Trucker. got the generator started. Hopefully it's not too loud for this trucker. I hate doing that. We got them both going here. You can see both generators going. Got the parallel cord going. Breakers on. Now we wait and see if it starts to charge batteries. The only problem is I don't really know. Even though this turned on, nothing in the coach works yet because the batteries were completely dead. So I guess there's no way to like bypass the battery system and just run directly off of the generator without having some charge in the batteries. So now it's a waiting game. Just wait for these batteries to at least get the minimum amount of juice in them before I even know if anything's working or not. Did the same thing when we were at my brother's house back in October. We ran the batteries completely down then, and we plugged in, and it took a good probably, I don't know, 30-45 minutes, maybe if it was an hour before anything kicked on. And that was with just a standard 15 amp cord. So I'm hoping 50 amps will help with that. I don't know if it charges any faster with 50 amps versus 15 amps. Makes sense that it would, but I don't know how the system works as far as charging the batteries. So we'll see what happens. Well, just ran into another problem. The generators are pretty much useless at this point because I have the Power Watchdog surge protector, the inline one built in. With generators, apparently it detects an open ground using a generator. So the Power Watchdog shuts down, doesn't even let power through. So it was all for nothing running these generators. It's not even charging the battery. So I need to get like either buy or you can build, fabricate yourself a little grounding plug that basically ties ground and neutral together. You have to do that with these generators apparently, using a surge protector. And I don't have that ability right now. So I went ahead and shut the generators off. I did connect to the truck, and I have the truck running, and we have 12 volts. And so we have lights again and the heater and all that, and that's great, except for the fact that what we don't yet have is enough power for the inverter to work. And we need that inverter to work because last night when we lost power, we were in our recliners, and the recliners are open and we can't close the recliners. And if we can't close the recliners, there's not enough room to close the slides. So I'm hoping that running off the truck will charge the batteries enough to get the inverter to work so we can get those recliners closed so we can close everything up. Oh boy. So I'm gonna have to get one of those grounding plugs for sure. But man, I sure hope we can get enough charge going to get those recliners closed so we can shut everything up. Tonight we'll be in the campground so we can plug in and everything will be fine, but we got to get out of here. Always something, right? RV life.
So we can walk around for a
Pumpkin squishmallow.
pumpkin squishmallow. Here, baby.
Who's this one? Oh, Ben.
There you go.
Like, no walk. Feels like you walk. Boom.
Can I have this?
High five.
You want a high five? Oh,
Good job.
can you do knuckles? Knuckles?
Yeah.
Okay, right here. You stay with Sissy, okay? Stay with Sissy. There we go. Oh, thank you. Benny, what'd you get from Santa? What'd you get from Santa? Did you get a candy cane?
Got a candy cane?
Me too. That's fine.
All right, we did our trip to Cabela's. We boondocked. We had a little snafu. We killed our battery. Luckily, thanks to Glenn and his amazing work, he was able to get us all battery charged a little bit so we get some heat on while we get dressed and get ready to go. First, we had to go and do the, you know, the obligatory Cabela's visit. When you boondock somewhere, you always go in and visit. And then I also made an appointment to go see Santa because Cabela has the best and Bass Pro. Both of them have the same deal. You go make an appointment online. You can go if you want to and just get, you know, first count, you know, stand in line and wait your turn. But I like making the time because you get in, you get out. And you go sit with Santa and the workers get you a really great picture. You can buy packages, but you get one nice little 4x6 that is perfect. It shows you saw Santa. Great job. They have a nice little area for the kids to go and write letters to Santa and then just look around. Lots of great decoration. I'm always impressed with Cabela's and Bass Pro and how they handle Christmas. They're really, really good. Kids did great. Ben didn't cry. The Santa was awesome, super patient. And Reagan did a great job being the big sister, holding on to him. I put it on our Instagram, Fairview Roamstead. So if you want to see the picture, you can check it out. Otherwise, we are now on the road heading towards Pennsylvania, but we'll do a quick stop for coffee and food and fuel and other things possible. There's Dunkin' Donuts Park. Dunkin' Donuts, that's like my radar. But we're on the road again, and hopefully the solars will start charging up our batteries, but luckily we'll be parking and plugging in. But we learned this Vornado thing that I bought, it's a little heater for the kids' bunkhouse. It's a great little heater, but it does suck the batteries, and we had the fireplace on as well and the TV, so not a great idea for our little batteries. So we are going to have to learn better when we're boondocking to not use so many things, but hopefully we won't have to use that little heater much more often in the time to come. Plus we'll be hooked up, so that'll be a good thing.
Yeah, that was quite interesting. Because of the whole generator not having the grounding plug, I went ahead and hooked the truck up to the trailer and started the truck, and so we were getting power that way, 12 volts. We were getting power to the 12 volt system, so we're able to close the slides, turn on the lights, run the heater, things like that. You know, those are kind of crucial, but that's all 12 volt. But the problem is our recliners were still open, and those run off the 120 volt inverter system, and there was not enough power in the batteries to run those. So I had to kind of figure out what to do, and so I ended up running a plug. I have extension cords. Luckily I have enough extension cords that I ran from the inverter outlet on the truck back to the trailer, plugged the couches in, and was able to close the recliners, so that way we could then close the slides. So it worked out, we got it done, and so now we know, don't run the heaters and the TV and all that kind of stuff when you're running off a battery. Even though, you know, we have two 270 amp hour batteries, so that's 540 amp hours of lithium batteries. But I think what it is was that heater. That heater just really used up the battery, and so we'll have to be mindful of that. But like Christy said, we'll be plugged in tonight, so we'll get everything charged back up. And I don't know, we got solar. Solar might charge it, but it's a little hazy right now, so I don't even know if we'll get good solar. But at any rate, when we get to the campground tonight, we'll be plugged into 50 amp. Well, at least 30 amp.
30 amp.
So.
I'll take it.
Yep. So all's good. We averted the crisis. If you'd like to follow along with us, subscribe to our channel. Next, we arrive at Thousand Trails Timothy Lake and visit the Crayola Experience in Pennsylvania. We'll see you on the next adventure.